between the two of y'all, from what I just heard, it's absolutely too much. It's going too far. It ain't even that monetizing beef like what happened with you and Dark Low, which I said, how does somebody monetize beef? I was completely like, my head was blowing up. I said, monetizing beef?
That's a term I came up with. I call monetized beef. The incidents I get in, they normally more than likely going to the fucking internet. It's going to YouTube. It's going to get monetized. I didn't tag my son. My son drugged me out there. So what happens is my son got 350,000 Instagram followers. You just drag me out here, right? Now I'm a bang on your ass whenever I get ready. Now I'm a bang on you whenever I get ready because you got 350,000 Instagram followers and you didn't just gave me reason to say your fucking name. So if I say it for 6 months, 9 months, years, it's my prerogative. You know what I mean? Nobody told him to jump into my world and shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, the beef is monetized. People, the viewers, they love that type of shit. I don't get no glory out of doing that type of shit, but I know it's worth money. I know it'll send me by. You understand what I'm saying? So I'd rather deal with one of these niggas than a fresh docket number, a new case and shit like that, like being out on the front line actually committing crimes. I'd rather deal with one of these niggas, man. These niggas ain't no more devilish than crackers. They not.
So I have a question for you. Because I watch you, and I know you, and I love you, and we work together, and I rock with you like that. What's the closest confrontation that you really had in this game? Because I noticed that you have confrontations, you go back and forth with people. What is the closest that something has actually almost gone wrong or went wrong?
Chung King Studios, like 2006. This is when Bird Gang was out. It was a rapper in Bird Gang from Baltimore named No. I booked the interview. I've always been the type that look for the new shit in regards to my content. And I could have interviewed anybody in the Bird Gang. I chose to interview the guy that sounded like Jay-Z. You feel me? Mm-hmm. That's a very interesting topic. So that's why I pursued him. While I was there, when I went to go interview him, I didn't know that the whole fucking Bird Gang was going to be in the studio. When he opened the door, took me in the studio, they was all in there. All of them. Sin City, I think Mel Matrix, like the whole Bird Gang, everybody except for Max B. Now, it's always been my job that I have to ask, you know, the tough questions on Gully TV. People expect certain types of content. So I asked No. I said, how do you feel about the disparaging comments being made about you by a former Bird Gang member? I didn't even say his name, but I was talking about Max B. Jim Jones snapped out. He's like, interview over. And I wasn't even there for him. My camera wasn't pointed at him. He was sitting off to the side. But he happened to be Noah's boss at the time. That's Noah was signed to Jim. Interview over. As I'm going out, he said, told a guy, his name is Money Handsome, that's what they call him. Yo, this isn't black, take his camera. Ain't nobody taking shit from me. Them niggas came out to the lobby, you know, act like they, you know, they kind of like swarmed on me. Niggas came off the fucking elevator and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I told them niggas, man, my whole Murder Mook, Loaded Lux, all types of motherfuckers on this tape. You're not getting this tape, nigga. You know what I'm saying? If you want, I'll erase whatever I recorded when we was back in there, but you're not getting nothing. You feel me? And they didn't get nothing. And everything I'm telling you, Jim corroborated, and Sin City corroborated. He said, nah, they ain't do nothing to him. He left. It was just him and a girl. That's how I roll. You dig what I'm saying? And they he left, and that was the end of it. Well, that's the closest I've ever had.
I'll tell you like this. Jim Jones is from my neighborhood. My neighborhood consists of the Central Park 5, Schaumburg Plaza, where I'm from, and then you go to the left about a block and a half, and it's the building where Jim Jones and Cameron are from. I've known Jim Jones maybe half of my life. I didn't know him as Jimmy Jones. I knew him as Jimmy, like years ago. Jimmy has always been tough dude, hung with all the street dudes. So I highly believe that everything that you said, I highly believe that dudes swarmed on you. It was a confrontation like that because Jim is the kind of dude that if he snaps his fingers, this dude's coming. So hey,
listen, right? I ended up finding out later. I got a chance to work with Dipset again after that. Like, so I was around him up close. I was able to watch him before he even knew that I was amongst them. I was amongst them for like a day and a half. I had got hired to do some videography, and they don't know that it's me. And so I was around him. I'm around him and his wife, Chrissy. And I was around Joel's, all of them, and I got a chance to check him out. The shit that me and him got into, that wasn't no act. He's really like a grouchy type dude, sort of, you know, like his exterior. That's not an act. That's who he is and shit. He's kind of like, he the only one out of the Dipset that sat there and fought them Junior Mafia niggas.
Yes.
So
Listen,
if he's rugged, I acknowledge you as being rugged.
Yeah, Jim is about the shits, people. Jim is definitely about the shits. He got a lot of heart and he don't play. Rashiki 120, Cam wasn't from there. Cam wasn't from Taft Projects, but I'm just using that in context. Cam was from the 9. I'm from Harlem. I know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Moving forward, Alpo, you were actually around Alpo, and people, let me explain who Alpo is for you so you understand. There was a movie a couple of years ago called Paid in Full. It told the story of 3 drug dealers: Alpo, AZ Faison, and Rich Porter. These three drug dealers, in terms of their impact in hip-hop music, is unparalleled. But we're going to talk about Alpo Martinez, which the streets called Poe. Poe, without a doubt, is either the person or one of the top people who is the influencer of all fashion, style, and swag that takes place in hip-hop today. He is the grandfather of that. He has done legendary things when it comes to street culture in Harlem. I'll give you a story. One day I was on 8th Avenue in Harlem, and I was uptown, maybe like Drew Hamilton Projects in the 40s, right before 145th Street. Alpo was riding a bike, a motorbike. He fell on the bike and busted his ass. He left the bike in the street. I'll be right back. Came back with a Milano. Did fucking what the fuck is it when you go around in circles? What the fuck is
Donuts.
Donuts around the fucking motorbike. He crashed in the street and went on about his business. He was the most flashy. He was the most flamboyant. He was the most charismatic drug dealer that Harlem ever had, and perhaps drug dealer that New York City had. He was the guy who started, he used to fuck chicks and play it on the projector in the rooftop nightclub, which to this day is something that no one else has ever done. He has made his own trends, things that he has wore, things that he has done. He had a lot to do with Dapper Dan being on the map. The Dapper Dan you see today that has to deal with Gucci, if you went and asked him, AZ, Rich Porter, Alpo, people like Mike Tyson, people like Kevin Childs, Double O, Johnny Flesh, all of these people made Dapper Dan who he was. So I just wanted to give a little context. Now, the other part of Alpo is that he got arrested, and when he was faced with doing an ass load of time, he, whatever you want to call it, he cooperated, he snitched, he rapped, whatever you want to call it. I am a journalist. I am not a street dude. I take it for what it is. But I just want to let you know that. And he was portrayed by Cameron in the movie Paid in Full. You actually hung out with him. What was your first impression? What did you feel?
I was with him for an hour, man. He said you hung out with him. I did for an hour. We was together for an hour and shit.
I was hanging out with him. I never said you were his best friend, but you actually got closer to him than I did.
Yeah. I can't remember the date. I used to know the exact date. But anyway, it was a Saturday. Me and him had spoke prior. I was one of the people who was online saying that I would interview him openly. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm somebody who could stand up to the 30 niggas in the comments putting rat emojis and shit. That shit don't bother me. I was one of the first people who said that I wanted to that I would interview him, right? And I believe that, of course, the news of me expressing interest reached him. So he's on here. He probably on here right now watching this shit. He be on the internet.
Okay.
And he started checking me out and shit. And my style of dress is from their era. You know, I wear the Sergio Tacchini and these different brands, Benetton from the era. So he said, man, I start kind of checking you out and shit. You kind of like a fly guy and shit. You know, so it was, he didn't feel that I was threatening, so to speak. And I never said anything disrespectful on the internet. So, yeah, I got a chance to shoot my sales pitch. I got a chance to shoot me a pitch like, yo, boom, this is who I am. This is what I do. I know you seen my work with Haitian Jack. He like, man, if you do my shit, my story gonna blow that Jack shit out the water. Like, he's really, really into the Alpo legend. He takes that shit serious. Ain't nobody going up to him doing nothing to him, yo. He's very tactical. Look me in my eye. Let me see what you built like. You know what I'm saying? Everything that happened with him, it was probably like way before my time in 89, 90, shit like that. I was in probably 6th or 7th grade or something like that. But my perception of him is, for some reason, he reminded me of LL Cool J. And I know that he's not.
Let me stop you. That LL Cool J used to have a 4-finger ring that said Cool J.
Right.
The legend is, and I believe it's true. I think
it is.
Because I think I saw it. Alpo had one that said Alpo. So
he had it first. He had it first.
He actually
took LL to get that. He took LL to Manny or Tito, whoever the jeweler was, Tito's, Manny's, whatever. He took him to get that, and Biz ended up getting one too. So yeah, Poe had one before Biz and L, and I got a whole lot of LL Cool J vibes from him. I've never been around LL Cool J, but from what I've seen on TV and when I'm looking at Alpo, I definitely see similarities.
You see, if you judge LL and you judge Alpo, they have a lot of similarities. Light-skinned brothers, handsome dudes, very
smile,
very sure of themselves, impeccable dressing and style and stuff like that. You know, like I said, you guys don't know who Alpo is, but for the culture, he was the shift for the culture in terms of dressing, swag. Listen, I don't think anybody could do it as good as he was, as good as he did it. The fact that he met you on 125th Street and walked you around 125th Street said a lot to me. And this is what it said. I'm from Harlem, so 125th Street is what we call Central Harlem. It is the heart of the town of Harlem. For him to meet you there and walk around that area, basically he was saying, I'm right here in the heart of Harlem. If y'all want to come see me, come see me. That was a hell of a statement to me. When you told me that, okay, that makes sense.
I'm walking with him, and we met in front of Magic Johnson Theaters. I think that's 124th or 7th or something like that.
Yes.
We met in front of there, and, you know, he greeted me. He like, come on, let's walk. And I'm like, damn. When he took off walking, he's walking towards the main strip. You know what I'm saying? He's going up to the main strip. I'm like, damn. So we walking, and I'm saying to myself, how can't nobody notice that this is him? You know, you understand what I'm saying? He didn't have on no disguise, nothing. And I asked him about that. I said, man, are you comfortable doing this shit? Because I wasn't all the way comfortable. I'm saying to myself, what if something happened to me standing next to him? Like, what if somebody run up and he was like, man, these niggas don't know me. These people don't know me. He was like, maybe their parents probably would recognize me, but these people out here, you like their children. They don't fucking know. They don't even pay me no mind. They don't even pay me no mind. This is what he said. So he was just out there and we was in front of the Apollo Theater. We went to the Whole Foods. Every like maybe 5 or 10 minutes, somebody would spot me, shake my hand. I just told a guy yesterday who was in my chat, he was talking about the day that he came up and took a picture with me in Harlem. I said, the day that you took that picture with me, the guy that